Hey, I'm Ryan Cruz with Florida Specialty Roofing, and we're here to talk about underlayment and different tile roof applications. Right now, we're at our warehouse here in Central Florida, and you're looking at our mock roof. This is where we do a lot of our test applications, our training, and see what applications are going to be best when we're doing composite and tile roofs. Here in Florida, all premium roofs, including composite and tile, clay, or traditional concrete, are going to require a premium underlayment application. The most common form is going to be a high temp ice and water shield that you see here. This is a overall great product. Depending on whichever brand you choose, it's going to give you that long-term viability and protection. So in the past, traditional tile systems had what would be an old felt covered with a granulated cap sheet. That is we're seeing is failing over time. So even with tile roofs that are free from any damage, no broken tiles, they're still starting to see leaks and issues, and a lot of that is coming from the failing underlayment. The new modern underlayment that we're using now, the high temp, is made to have that high temp reach and last over time. So it's not going to degrade in the high temperatures that you see in Florida. So looking back at our mock roof here, you're going to see it's covered in Palisade, which is one of the brands of high temp. And then also we have Polyglass TU Plus. This is Florida Specialty's preferred manufacturer and underlayment that we use. Both these brands are a high temp ice and water shield. Both are self-adhered. So what self-adhered means is that this is gonna stick directly to your deck. What that does is help limit the penetrations that you have. So versus nailing down an underlayment layer and having a lot of those penetrations go through your decking, what we're able to do is actually peel off the back and then stick this directly to the deck. You will see that it is back nailed, so that's gonna give it extra support as you're installing tile or walking on it. And then that back nailing, as you see, is covered with the subsequent layer over top. So when we're starting and installing any sort of premium tile, composite, Brava, Da Vinci, traditional concrete tile, we're always gonna have a high temp ice and water shield. Some of our clients do actually go into upgrades in terms of their underlayment. So within the high temp category, you can do a 2-ply system. You have 2 layers of the high temp ice and water shield, which is bringing your mil thickness beyond what is your typical 80 mil, all the way up to 120 or 140 mil thickness in terms of those 2 underlayments. So when doing the tile roof, the underlayment is hands down your most important part. Getting that roof dried in, wrapped in this high temp ice and water shield, that is your roof. That is your waterproof, protective against the elements, whereas the tile then that goes on top is protecting the underlayment and adding additional layer of water shedding and protection. At Florida Specialty Roofing, we focus on premium roof applications, specifically concrete and clay tile and composite tile. Within that application, you're always going to be a high temp ice and water shield underlayment. There are various underlayments to go with other roof systems, such as synthetic, you have granulated peel and stick, you have traditional felt paper, but when we're talking tile, composite, and these premium roof systems, we're focusing purely on a high temp ice and water shield because it's going to give you your best performance and greatest longevity, and also required here in Florida due to the building code. Some of the questions we get is, will the underlayment, even being a high temp ice and water shield and new premium underlayment, last the lifespan of, say a 50-year composite product? The short answer is yes. So with these new systems, the big thing being that they're high temp. So in the old felt and old traditional underlayment systems that you saw on older tile roofs, a lot of those failed over time. They became brittle due to the heat and just over the years. Whereas the new systems are made to last and withstand all the heat and the elements that Florida has. You can go into upgrades. So a lot of times we get the question, how can I make my underlayment better? Are there better systems than just doing a single layer? Yes. So what we tend to recommend is a 2-ply system, or you can even get an enhanced polyglass. So polyglass will make also a TUP, which is a 120 mil thickness underlayment. And that gives you a much greater protection than even their 80 mil product, which is already top performing. Some of the other questions we get surrounding underlayment are, how long can it be exposed? So sometimes you need to dry in your roof, remove the old tiles, get everything dried in, especially if you're in a hurricane environment and it's leaking and you don't want to keep putting tarps. So the high temp ice and water shield we use, the Polyglass TU Plus, it's rated for 6 months exposure without any tile covering on it. That means if you need to dry your house in and you're still waiting on tile or composite to arrive, your house is 100% watertight, fully protected, and gonna keep you safe and dry. In conclusion, when choosing to do a tile or concrete roof or composite roof, your biggest choice beyond just the main tile manufacturer that you're gonna choose is gonna be Underlayment. Here at Florida Specialty, we're big fans of Polyglass and the Polyglass TU Plus product. It is our standard across all our roofs that we do, and we recommend that brand and that product. And then as we talked about, if you're looking to upgrade, do their 2-ply system with MTS, which is the smooth surface as the base layer, followed by the MTU Plus on top. This gives you the overall greatest protection as you're investing in a premium roof for your house. One other great benefit of high temp ice and water shield is going to be its self-sealing ability. So specifically when doing a composite roof where everything has to be mechanically fastened, screwed in, the Polyglass and the high temp ice and water shields will self-seal. So as you screw down that tile, that screw hole will then seal up, so you'll still be left with a watertight roof even though you're fastening tiles into the underlayment system and through the deck. That concludes our video on underlayment systems. If you like this video or want to see more videos, please let us know. We're looking to do a lot of videos focused around roof components, installation, guidelines, homeowner and property owner questions, and we're here to help.